Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Sore Feet Adventurers. We last left off, you just received your gifts from the High Lord Faustus. And now he send you on your way to catch a boat and be on your way to meditate on your long journey. Alright, I'll kind of motion for you to go and catch your boat.
By the way, I've done nothing to noise-proof that wagon with 50 chickens.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Unless you're on the inside.
So is there going to be, as he's trying to, he tells you have your, Lord Faustus tells you there's a ship waiting to take you to Honey Shore. So do you have any questions before you leave?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright. I'm going to say you make your way, you gather all your belongings and...
I traded out my cart for the wagon.
Get your belongings in your new wagon. Much of room. And after you guys take it over to the docks, and you guys see your ship. And you pretty much get on, stow aboard, and get ready to leave. Pretty much leaving port and off to the sea.
How long of a travel is it?
You can all roll, or you can roll perception if you want. You don't have to.
I won't. But I would tell. I mean, I would ask the any of the deckhands how long would be the travel from here to Honeyshore.
Are we on the lady?
What?
Are we on the lady?
You're on the lady, yes.
Yeah, wouldn't it be like a day?
If you go across and you take if you go across the channel, they're taking you directly around, and you're going to take the sea route.
Oh, okay.
If they take you across, it'll take a little longer because you have to walk there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking you all the way around, right to the kind of coastal villages, and you just take the low road up. See one of the sailors, they're like talking, it takes probably about 3 days if we get good sales, maybe 4 because of the recent pirate threats.
Pirates.
That's all I need to know. I'll be working on my invention.
They just kind of look at each other, just kind of shrug and go back to work.
What's this pirate trouble that you're having?
Haven't you heard? I don't know. There was the whole... So some of the sailors look at each other. There was a fight, a great battle, naval battle. A bunch of whole pirate fleet was facing off against the Navy. The Navy won, thankfully, but there might still be some remnants of this fleet, of the pirate fleet, out and about.
Have you encountered them at all?
We had to dodge some. Some of our trips is there's some more naval battles around us.
Looking around the ship, is there like anything like of weapons of sort, like cannons or anything like that?
Do you see they have all these sailors seem to be armed?
Could you hand me the DMG?
Okay.
All right, anyone roll perception or you
What
don't
were
have
we
to?
rolling for perception?
Perception 4?
What?
What were we rolling it for?
Around to see if just looking around.
Oh.
Oh. 14.
Nat 1.
What would my natural perception pick up?
Well, 14 now.
What's your natural perception? Cole?
Natural perception
Actually,
is
17.
16.
Mine's
16,
17, yeah.
18.
16, 17. 16, 17, you're looking around. Are you looking on the ship or are you looking out of the dock? Just looking around.
Everywhere in
All right,
general.
you're seeing
Yes,
the sailors.
since we have so
You
much
see a
time.
cloaked figure on the along with some other people on the docks. Saoirse and this cloaked figure looks looks familiar. As you see, they're kind of a furry body with their with an eye patch on.
Oh.
They're kind of waving goodbye to the ship. You gotta tell anyone you see?
Yeah, here's gonna tap you both.
No.
I think that's Kazan over there.
She's gonna run to the edge and look.
You see Kazan as he's waving. He's got kind of a cloak on. He's waving goodbye to you.
She's gonna enthusiastically wave back.
All right.
Here's gonna shout down to him. All right, wait. Oh, she doesn't know about him joining the Thieves Guild, does she? No. Okay. Is he with any?
He wants to become an agent for Lutheran's Scourge.
Okay, no, I was just wondering, like, were there any like, Thieves Guild people with them?
No, none that you see
Okay.
with him, but you probably see some that are on the dock. They're
Yeah.
working.
No, she was gonna make a comment, but never mind. That's fine. She's
Alright.
gonna wave.
And he's just waving goodbye, and then so you kind of watch it until you get out of almost too far, and he kind of disappears from your sight.
Oh.
Takes a couple days. Yes, Sora.
Now that there's kind of like a quiet time, I'm gonna go talk to Ibolsa And you both, I know that you.
Were you talking about today?
Yeah, she's still at the deck.
Oh, well.
You be up deck. Or you guys
Well, I was gonna say when it's like a day past, mid travel, I would
Okay.
if I guess whatever where her room is or I would knock.
You get some. You very much just sleep under deck with there's kind of with the rest of the crew.
Oh, okay.
Passengers and hammocks. You don't get a whole lot of privacy, but there's some place you can go for privacy.
All right, I guess.
Where
Nice.
or I was gonna say, where are you gonna confront her at?
Well, I'll.
You gotta find me first.
Are you hiding?
Not hiding, just
Are you
find a
the crow's
quiet
nest?
place. What?
You're the crow's nest?
I don't know.
Okay. You're just gonna be in the quiet place.
Yeah, in a quiet place where there aren't really anyone else.
Oh, it's roll perception.
20, not nat.
All right. Yeah, you bet you find you've also in the kind of the part of the cargo hold where there's not a whole lot of workers, kind of everything's strapped down there. You like play an instrument or?
She's sitting like against a wall. She's staring at a piece of paper and she's humming to herself.
Okay.
I wait till.
You hear the humming as you walk up. You see Boston. You can kind of just knock on
Yeah.
one of the crates that are tied down. Just so he kind of walks towards you.
Oh, hi. She stuffs the music into her bag.
See the hulking frame as he kind of ducks under to get kind of. He's underneath it's kind of cramped fit where you're at.
As the creaking as I'm like kind of back and forth. How have you been feeling this week?
Bad?
Yes. It's never easy to see someone precious to you die. I'm sorry for your loss. I know it's never easy, and this is your first time being shown the cruelty of wars and politics.
Yeah. Did you come here for some reason? Like,
I just wanted to see if you're okay and ask if... I know that you know magic. I don't really know. I know that you guys had this magical amulet to cast the spell Sending.
Oh, I forgot about that. You guys would have gotten that also.
Oh, thank God.
I actually forgot.
You know what? I didn't bring that up as a question at the end. I was like, I want to see when Carson remembers.
I was actually thought of it then. It was I kept going more questions. Sorry. So you did receive those.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good to know.
Okay, thank you. So, as we have these new sending stones, sending necklaces, do you know... I was wondering, you know Teenish. I was wondering if you know the spell Sending yourself, and if you
Yeah,
could send a
I
message.
do.
Is it possible you could send a message for me?
Maybe. What did you want to tell her?
I just wanted to tell her that. I just want to ask how she's doing. I've been offered some land down over at the Gilded Isles that if things get hairy down there, that there's a place to live. Because
You do know he said he can get you lands in the south. He
that's,
didn't just specify the Gilded Isles.
well, it's in the south. Well, okay, then I
It's in
say
the south.
in the south. Then yeah.
You see her counting on her fingers. And she looks at you and says, I'll send your message.
I greatly appreciate it.
Alright. Yeah, send a...
So she sends to Teenish. Sora says there might be some land for you in the south. You have a lot of explaining to do. End of message.
Alright. Just a little bit. You get a fact. You basically get a message back to you. It says, purchases the message is, hello, Ebalsa. Been a while. Oh, I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Can't talk, fighting pirates. See you soon.
You see the expression on Ibalsa's face look a little put out, like she's disappointed with the reply she got. But
So?
she doesn't look distressed.
Okay, I'm like, is everything okay?
She's busy fighting pirates.
Ah, it's classic teenish. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'd kind of like to be left alone, to be honest.
I understand.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's not going to help me right now.
I understand. If you ever need me, I'm always there. And he squeaks out of the...
Or you just kind of creaking,
Yeah,
ducking under this
yeah.
on the... Take it out.
Eve just pulls her legs, like her knees up to her chin, just kind of sits there.
Okay. Well, say everyone can lock their devices and say the next couple of days can go by. Yes.
Mahir's gonna drag Sora to work on Draconic. Like every possible second that she can.
Okay.
All right.
You can get
Yeah.
about... Let's say you get about... If you have nothing such on a ship, you can get 8 hours every day. Or 10 hours every day if you really want to.
All right. So I say, all right.
Draconic immersion classes.
All right. All right. So our people have a very loud emphasis on words. So we're not going to work on the words itself. We're going to be working on how you pronounce it. So I want you to talk as you normally do, but louder. Can you
Louder.
louder than that?
Why?
Because that's how our language is brought out. We have a roar into our voice. We have this thing in the deep of our lungs when we talk, that we are proud and we say what we want. Now, how about this? I want you to roar for me.
You can see she turns. You see like the purple creeping in her cheeks, and she's like shaking her head.
Okay, how about this? You dealt with a lot of bad stuff recently. I want you to let it out. Imagine I'm your enemy.
She looks like you really don't.
Yes, listen, I want to help you. And I feel like you have these things that are bottled up. So I feel like this can help you in 2 ways. Help you with your emotional state, and help you learn this language.
You're just quiet, like just staring at you incredibly. And she's like not sure how to like say anything at this point. She's like gonna say something and she stops and like puts her hand to her lips and just like you can just tell she's not sure not sure what to do. And she's gonna be like, I am a thief. Loud is not my forte.
As I'm saying, Draconic is not a quiet language.
Nikki's gonna message you, Balsa, and ask, is Draconic a loud language? You just hear
You
like,
hear back if you yell.
You're just gonna walk
Nikki's
away.
gonna say that to Sora, be like, if Balsa said it's not a loud language, why are you making me do this?
It's booming, but okay. All right, how about this? All right, just as the loudest you can be that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable.
Okay. That's not very loud, but okay.
All right?
So what do you want me to do exactly?
I want you to yell at me.
To yell at you.
Yes.
In Draconic, or does it matter what language?
You are a beginner. You won't understand it unless you emphasize it. It's better to be taught this way.
Okay.
So whenever I pray to Bahamut you don't. If you ever meet a dragon, You gotta be proud of yourself. You gotta be proud of when you say that language.
She kind of like nods and she's like taking notes.
Alright. But I'll teach you basic words as we get going along.
Okay.
Alright, so.
That's kind of talking.
Alright.
Did you want her to actually like yell at you? Because she can come up with something.
I don't know, that's just trying to think of
Okay.
the character.
As the days go by, unless anyone else has anything, days go by and you kind of following the shore, you do see some Navy ships sinking. Looks like a pirate ship in the kind of in the distance. You kind of hear the boom of some of the thunder, the cannons and whatnot. Just watching it and kind of watching the shores. You do see debris from some of the ships actually washed on the shores as you're making your way down. And then on the fourth day, you see a kind of some village in the distance, kind of big dock area.
As the ship gets closer to land, Evolse is getting like visibly like not agitated, but she's more animated.
Okay. As you approach it, you do see the kind of a larger port from some of the ones you've seen from the like small fishing villages that barely had even a dock. This is actually quite a big dock, and looks to be kind of well fortified. And it kind of goes up and it leads to a nice size you'd call it a city, but it's a large town. Nowhere near as being as big as Freehaven, but you still see the stone walls.
I want a little history on that stone wall.
Sure. You're gonna roll the history.
I hardly ever get to use this.
How old is
Don't deny me this.
2 net ones.
Denying.
I'm using my stone cunning ability from a dwarf.
All right.
And I actually get to roll double proficiency with my history.
All right.
And what our proficiency is a 4 right now.
So it'd be 8.
Okay. So I had a plus 12 into this.
All right. Good roll.
18. Oh, wait, that'd be 16.
That would be 16.
All right. You see stone walls. It looks like they've been rebuilt a couple times. They're not dwarven made, but they're standing so they've been used and looks like they kind of kind of a mismatch of some areas, but it seems sturdy enough.
Okay. And they look to be well worn, and are they in ill repair or?
They look to be well repaired. They're kind of it's like a half stone walls with kind of a top of reinforced wood.
Okay.
So they got a stone foundation.
And this is to their bay area, I guess?
Yeah, kind of from leaving for the bay area, and it kind of goes up.
Okay.
As you guys are getting close, you see a lot of activity over on the docks as you're approaching. There's more ships coming in. Not as much as you remember Evolsa, but there's enough ships there come by to keep all the working hands busy over the dock. It's still bustling of work. And you see a lot more people fishing than you remember, though. A lot more like little dinghies out and about.
Mm.
So, and as you guys approach the boat comes, stop and unload. And load some of their supplies. And you all go up and you're now in the dock area of Honeyshore.
She's off the boat already. She's looking around.
As you all walk up from kind of the dock, as you're approaching the kind of the main wall, kind of a gate from the dock area, as you go in, right when you pass this gate, you see the familiar smell envelopes you, Baltimore, and then everyone else. You get a sense of smell of flowers and spices, honeyed spices mixing in, making a lovely blend. And you smelled the senses before and Freehaven, but it's not like masking any of the grime or dirt. It seems to be pure, natural. Just smells great, and like this is the true smell of them where you're at. And the town is a bustle. There's a bustle activity. There are a lot of people, way more than you're used to seeing. Actually, also as you see a lot of these people. A lot of them look like they're dressed and they're from out of town, more of like simpler garbs. as if they're just the villagers or peasants from the fishing villages you were raised up in, and you would often visit. The more some were dressed even more familiar as what you're used to this at Cedar Village.
I feel kind of at home here, but it's also way more overwhelming than I thought.
So after strapping things to the top of the rack of where the chickens are and putting a cloth tarp over them to possibly calm them down, I look over to Ibolsa and say, "Now what? This is your territory.
I was gonna go home.
Lead the way."
Lead the way.
Nahiri puts her hand up. Do you want us with you or prefer to go by yourself?
Well, I think my mom would like to meet the people I've been fighting alongside.
Okay.
And I kind of dust off one of the sides of the bench for you to sit on as I'm steering Gunther into where to go. Well, you're navigating us.
Okay. She starts off in a direction.
All right. You see the familiar streets are just bring back your vivid memories of when your childhood of running amongst playing with other children, and just everyone. You see a happy and joyous atmosphere around you, and it's everyone here just overall very jovial mood.
Humbug.
As you make your way through, you see the spice sellers you're so familiar with, and the flower sellers. Quite large tavern area, and you hear just the music playing from people. There's actually some dancing going on even in the streets.
What's like the majority of the race here?
Most of them are human. There's a little bit of mixture. It's not as broad of races as a Freehaven was, nor near. Most of them are human and seem to be, as I said, more kind of peasants or commoners. Mm-hmm. They do see the occasional like half elf here and there. But you do see actually more halflings though. But a lot of them look like to be the merchants or like selling wares with like their carts on by the roads. Halflings, and there's some gnomes, but mostly humans. As you approach, you're going down.
Question: with all the the jovial atmosphere and the dancing and stuff, would I know of any celebrations that are going on?
None that you would know of right now. You know they try to have usually try to plan large festivities. So this might just be on the spot where just the people are
to keep morale up and stuff.
Yeah, they might be having just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the celebrations are much grander and larger.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go to my house.
Okay. As you're heading there, you kind of walking around most of the neighborhoods really aren't too bad. There's not really, you can't really tell a distinction of like the poorer folk and richer. There are some larger like estates areas that show like some important officials. As you approach, you do come up to a state that is all too familiar to you also. As in, bringing joy as where you were raised in your house. It seems to be a not too a modest estate, but has a large kind of gated land built to be in. And as you're approaching it, you see a large figure kind of walking towards it. And
Is it Olaf?
And he seems to be followed by a bunch of guards.
Is it Olaf?
Yes. You see the familiar heart of everyone else. You see a 7-foot tall man.
A human man.
A human man. His a great beard goes down and make any dwarf kind of jealous. Going down. He has a great girth to his belly, but as well as you see to his size, his arms are actually a little thicker than yours. Sora. So probably his arms and his legs are just carrying himself, just smiling. He has a big bouquet of flowers in his hands. He's walking, kind of walking towards this area.
You see Eve also break into a run and then take off from the ground and fly straight towards him. You hear her shout Olaf and tackle.
He goes,
yeah, she's gonna hug him.
Lily Bosa! He goes and picks you up.
You guys hear a squeak.
Oh, he gives you a hug and just throws you up in the air.
Oh gosh, just flap to reorient myself.
She kind of spin around there and just Italy Bosa, when did you get here?
Just now.
Oh, he kind of just puts his hand on your head and kind of he's down on not on his knees but kind of
he's crouching
down, just crouching down his head. You see some of the others. Oh, who are you? He just stands up.
Oh,
Okay,
these,
get ready. He's like, oh, sees the other burgers kind of reaching.
these are my
towards him.
companions.
Oh. Good to see you. He puts his hand out to all of you.
I put my hand out and I say, "Nice to meet you."
Oh, nice firm handshake. Kind of shakes it.
You hear it's like slowly moving behind Belrothian, just like what, and like whispering to him like.
Oh, he
"What's
puts his
this
hand
monster?"
out to you, Belrothian.
He gives a polite, firm handshake.
You have very soft hands.
Thank you.
I just stroke my beard and give him a nod.
Oh. He says in Dwarven to you, may your feet always be firm on the ground.
Close enough. And he puts his hand out.
Oh, you should join me for later on. At the tavern. First drinks are always on me. Oh,
I'll
What
think
are-
about it.
what are you doing? He's like, and you just see it. Oh, you're almost the size of an Ibosa. He goes and puts his hands out for you too.
Hi.
Shake your arm.
It's like my arm.
Oh. And hand over to you too. Puts his hand out.
Pretty Harry?
Yeah.
She doesn't shake. She's just like.
Oh, he comes up and hugs you.
I dodge. I run.
Olaf's coming for you.
What do I have to roll?
Lord,
He's dodging.
What do I
Oh, she's
roll?
dodging.
I'm
Disadvantage.
All right.
What do I roll?
He misses anyway. He says, "Oh, all right.
She's not there.
Maybe later." Oh, what are you? Are you here to visit your mom too?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks at the flowers. Oh, puts them behind his back. Yes.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to ruin the moment, so can you give these to her for me? Gives you a great bundle of flowers.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, good. I'll go do guard things. Come on, then. Kind of walks off.
Do that. He also turns to the rest of the people and is like, this isn't the first time he's asked me to do this.
You're carrying like a huge bouquet of flowers, kind of.
I have.
Is that your mother's
No, it's okay.
suitor?
Yeah. He's really nice.
It would seem so.
You would know he's trying to lure, but
Yeah.
kind of not interested.
Wow.
He kind of just leaves.
Puppy love.
Like, she doesn't have anything against Olaf. She appreciates him as a person. She humors him.
All right, and what are you doing? You're just gonna go towards the gate.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, there it is open. And as you head in, you see as you're walking kind of through the gate underneath, you go into a courtyard, and there's just flowers hanging everywhere in this courtyard, and just the smell of you, fresher flowers hit you all. And you hear light music as you see some of them. Looks like kind of some servants are playing in the background.
I'm just gonna yell out real loud, Mom!
You see one of the servants is one of the servants who approaches you. Lady Belsa. It's kind of nice. Your mother is in a meeting.
Oh,
I normally would say do not to intrude, but if it is you, I'm sure she would have no objection.
Is it super important?
She is meeting with the Lord Governor, but I'm sure she will not. They would not mind.
Okay.
She kind of motioned to kind of follow. Do you need do you want me to show you, or do you remember the way?
I remember the way.
Okay. You know she's probably in her work kind of office area. As you make your way down through there, there's kind of overhanging. More flowers are kind of along there. You kind of look at the bouquet and you're kind of drawing a connection to all these flowers probably from. You make your way through and you guys kind of go around a corner and then there's kind of an office area, kind of part of the main structure. The door is open. It's a nice sunny and warm day and you hear voices coming from within.
Yeah, poke
Can't
my
I
head
see
through
it?
the door.
You do see the familiar forms of Lord Mayor and his coin master, Maver Lestro, and you see Garth, Thori Thorensen, the local head builder of the town. A figure you really don't know too much. Looks to be kind of a tiefling figure. You don't really know him too much. It looks new, and you see your mother.
Pull my head back out.
Seem to all be in discussions. You saw a couple guards also there.
Where's everyone else?
Followed you over,
I-
kind of
yeah.
I thought we were
I
tagging
stayed at
along.
my wagon. I was parking it securely, and I was gonna go look around for stables to put Gunther in.
Okay, so you're just kind of close to in the main court area.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone else followed. Kissing followed. Balsa.
Yep.
So I know she said it wasn't really an important meeting, but there are a lot of important people in there right now, so I think maybe we should come back.
Okay.
Just gonna stick her head through the door one more time just to double check.
And you hear a voice. Balsa. She's kind of an older voice. You get shut out.
She flinches.
My eyesight's not as good as it used to be, but is that Balsa?
Goes and stands in the doorway.
And everyone just kind of stops and stares. Oh, I also need a list of. What was it? Was it Little Bird your mom told you?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Okay, should use that one then. And they gotta stop and I'll stare. You see, the Lord Mayor kind of motion. Come in, child.
Okay. She goes through the doorway.
You guys have ball.
I stay
Yeah.
behind and just
Stay behind. Stay behind.
Well,
I just like
You can walk
taking
in,
the
you
flowers.
You walk in.
yeah, I'll walk in.
Okay. And some of the guard just taken back and there's you see your mother just brightening. Excuse me, my lords. Kind of walks up and goes and walks up to you, Balsa. Kind of walks towards Soli and just puts you in a loving embrace. And just, my little bird has come home. Kind of just hugs you deeply, brings you to her bosom very much.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch out, she kind of holds her hands to the guards. And who are your friends?
Ibalsa, is enjoying being hugged because it has been a while since she has seen her mom. But also, she pulls back a bit, and those are my companions,
I do a bow.
and that one was sent by Teenish. She says that quietly.
Oh. So are you all going to walk in as they friends? Or?
Standing awkwardly outside, wasn't formally invited in the building, so just
I
kinda
guess
hanging around
I would
outside.
finally come in,
Okay.
and I wouldn't be polite about it. I would just barge in,
Okay.
and I look around the door. When's supper? Oh,
You all see a elvish woman, quite amazing and kind of youthful and beauty also. Kind of stuff. Looks like she had her hair kind of done up and just flowers arranged in it, and wearing a beautiful summer dress. And it has like a high collar though, kind of a sort of a noble. She just does like curtsy and just, I welcome you to Honey Shore. And she come in.
question. Why is it called Honey Shore? Is there any honey?
And she takes your hand up, and Boston's kind of pulling you in.
Yeah. Wait, Mom, where should I put these? And she motions to the big freaking bouquet of flowers in her arms.
She sees you, she's like, look confused, and then just smiles and, oh, love. She goes and takes it. She kind of brings it towards the table, puts it on the table. Hey, boss, you remember the Lawrence?
Yeah.
Honey Shore. As for your question, you hear a kind of a older voice. You see, as you look at the individual, you see kind of a thin, gaunt man, kind of palish skin, kind of hair's like receding. He's very thin mustache and thin beard. As for your question, it's Honey Shore because one of our main exports is honey.
Right. Good enough for me.
Why are they here? Natia, this is an important meeting. It's quite all right. You see the familiar form of Lord Mayor Thadric Wilston. I welcome you. I am Lord Mayor. This is Thadric Wilston here. This is Honey Shore. Tell me, do you bring news of what's happened in Freehaven?
Yeah, actually.
He kind of, he sees you, kind of puts his hand up for you. Puts his hand up. Come, child.
He also approaches the table.
All right. He goes and reaches his hand over you.
Mhm.
Hold your hand. He's just looking at you. As you get closer, you see he's kind of looking more worn and old. He's kind of in a wheelchair. And as you see, one of his eyes has even gone blind. He's looking older. He said, you left us a young maiden, and he kind of pulls a flower out from the table. He's putting it in your hair. You returned to us, beautiful woman, who will rival her mother's beauty someday.
Evolse is looking a little flustered.
As for your report, don't mind me. You can tell me later. Now, what's important is motioning for guards. I can put him. Is a reunion between mother and her daughter. We can continue this meeting later, or I will agree whatever you plan, Archer. Because you see, he says that he kind of being pushed away, and you hear the thinner man kind of following him. And what are these costs? Increased costs. They can come out of my personal coffers. Can't put a price on happiness. We must make the masses happy. Forgive me. I would invite you to my manor, but I'm currently using it to house the refugees because of the recent pirate attacks. Another time. He kind of nods and he's getting pushed away, and you see the tall, thin man just looking. Yeah, makes a snarl as you guys just follows him.
Evolse gives him a look back.
I kind of ruffle my beard and look at his mustache and shake my head.
And you see you're in there with it to be. If you look around, there is to be a older gentleman. He's kind of got a distinguished look to him. He's graying sideburns and a kind of a beard kind of meets a human. But as you just look at this man, you feel at ease around him. You can't explain. You just feel at ease about him. Like you could talk to this person about anything. Salutations. Welcome to Honeyshore. I am Garth. I am the trade master and the voice of the people. Time try, if you will. Well, I won't be in your hair. Kind of nods to your mother and just nods to all you. Just about and just leaves. And then he leaves you with mother and two others. The other one who is there is a dwarf. He has blonde hair. It's kind of done up in a ponytail back, but he has a beard, and his mustache is long. And they're actually braided, and they go backwards to meet his hair into the braid back there.
Nice.
Hey, Ibelsa, it's good to see you.
She nods.
He goes and gives you a pat on the back, and good to see you made it safe from the troubles in Freehaven.
More or less.
Yeah, nods. Nice to meet you all. I guess if the Lord Mayor has agreed to all the plans we got, I'll get my boys on that. I'll have a good day. Kind of walks off. He goes in just brushing his beard from there, kind of like this. You sees in Dwarvish. Keep your feet firm. My feet on the ground. Pretty much.
And he nods his head. Okri nods his head, kind of a confused look, and then says to Ibolsa, I didn't know you had hill dwarves here.
Yeah?
They're quite peculiar about their beards.
Didn't realize there was different styles of beard stuff. She's just looking back between you and the dwarf walking away.
Obviously. They take it very seriously. The most we ever do is, mountain dwarfs mind you, is we braid and put little gems or rings in them. We never tie it behind our back, hiding it. That's a bit shameful.
Oh, Mr. Thorson has always done that.
And that's why it is easy to tell that they are a hill dwarf.
And you see the last kind of individual is a tiefling. He has kind of smaller horns that kind of go outward. at an angle. He has a nice, well-groomed hair, kind of rough stubble, but it seems to be cut a pattern. He's got like some swirl patterns through it. Same through his eyebrows, and he seems to have a more of a palish skin, like a palish red, kind of almost pink, and he's just a slight bow. Ah, I see that you are from Freehaven. I do miss my old roaming grounds, but work comes first. Forgive me, I am Nathaniel Dorgast. I am a representative I am the guild representative here. You don't mind it, there are such beauties to behold. He points to Nadia, he points to your mom, mother.
Ebolsa's eyes narrow.
Till our next meeting. He goes and gives your mom a kiss on the hand and give you. You'll have a great stay. He walks out. And you're alone there with your mother. Your mother, after they leave, kind of breaks composure. Eyes, tears are coming from her eyes, and she goes and grabs you and brings you in, just
I hug her
crying.
back. I'm also crying.
I was so worried, my dear.
I'll be outside the room, and I'm grabbing Sora and the rest of the guys.
You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, Sora's like ushering everyone
like
else out.
super
I don't think I even entered.
You didn't enter?
No, I think
You
I
saw everyone as they exited and kind of looked at you and walked
I
out.
didn't pay him any mind. I was so taken with the flowers.
You did get a wink from Nathaniel Dior, I guess.
I do not know who that is, and I
You
don't.
saw the tiefling as
The
he
tiefling.
exited out. He saw you.
fancy looking teeth.
The dashing tiefling.
I guess I noticed, but I didn't really care much. I'm just like, wow, these are really healthy.
Let's go butcher some chickens. Pass the time.
Just a little
What?
bit. After a few minutes, your mother kind of stops her breaks and kind of recomposes herself and. Oh, it's been too long, my love.
Ebolsa's still kind of a mess, but she's not like actively crying.
Introduce me to your friends.
Sure, just a moment. And she's like wiping her face and trying to
Crying.
clean herself up. She was.
All right. I'm guessing, did you all go wait out in the courtyard?
We're in the wagon, or not.
Well,
I didn't go with you. I'm not
No, you
fucking
didn't?
butchering
Okay.
chickens.
Are you just right outside the room?
Yeah, outside the
I'll
room,
just
yeah.
look
Okay.
outside at the nice yard.
I'm outside on the end of the yard butchering 5 chickens.
All right. You do get a lot of some of the servants stop and like watching you, and some of the ones who are playing music stop and kind of go away.
Well, if you're gonna look, you might as well help out. That's what I thought.
I guess while you're doing that, one of the other servants, do you want me to show you to the kitchen where you can do that?
Ah, a smart one speaks. Yes, lead the way.
Right. And kind of points to another another young lad who's working. He shakes his head. He will show you where the kitchens are.
Oh
He's like, he just kind of shows you the way. As you're doing that, Mother pretty much just takes your arm and kind of just takes your hand and just has you leading you to your friends. And the first one to meet is are you with the other 4 right outside the room? So Nahir, are you with? everyone
Yeah,
else?
she's with
All right. You gotta just walk out and
Yes.
see everyone.
So while Ebolsa was busy ugly crying, she would have told her mom all the shit that she went through.
Okay, she's doing that. She says, "Oh, I am glad you are unharmed, but I see you're not totally unharmed. Physically, but emotionally." She kind of brings you for another hug.
Mm-hmm.
Just holds you close.
Just lean into it.
She just kind of humming her song to you. She kind of just rocking back and forth as she's holding you.
Ebolsa closes her eyes and just enjoys the moment.
Just a little bit. She's kind of just rubs your shoulders and grabs a fruit and gives you a pear.
Thanks, Mom.
She gives you a honey pear. And now let's meet your guests you have brought.
Right. I should warn you about Okri, probably. He's extremely boisterous. Extremely.
So like Olaf.
Yeah, less manners.
By the way, I gave that little lad, I gave him a silver and a copper to pluck the chickens as well.
So generous.
You give him a whole. You give him what? How much?
I gave him a silver and a copper
For fucking chickens.
to pluck the chickens.
He's just like putting in his shoe. He's putting in his shoe and he's like starts plucking.
Wow.
Okay. And I go back out to the courtyard.
Okay. You walk out. You just see boss's mother holding boss's hand, and she's walking out, letting you lead the way. I must thank you all for escorting my love here. Kind of brings you for another embrace, kind of holding you close. But I believe introductions are in order. She goes kind of gives a bow. I am not your son, Lolan. I am master of ceremonies here in Honeyshore, but more importantly, I was blessed to be this one's mother. And kind of puts her hands on her head and kind of.
Eve also looks like she's used to this. She doesn't look like she's complaining or uncomfortable or anything, though.
Right. Well, I come from the high mountains of the, what was it, west?
Yeah, you come from the west.
Of the west. They call me Oakrey Sootbeard MacGuffin Brightblade. The second.
She does a bow to you and does a polite bow to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Question. When's supper?
Oh my gosh. In due time.
Right. He takes out some of the cheese from the room for the ship and just starts snacking.
Okay.
Sora steps up and he bows and says, "Pleasure to meet you, Madam Lionel?
Lolan.
Lolan? Madam Lolan. My name is Sora Killadrick. I am from Dragonspire, and I serve Warwick Bararian."
Oh. You're from the northeast.
Yes.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I step out from behind Sora because it was like he passed me and I'm like, okay. It's good to meet you. My name's Saoirse. I'm a druid of the Coastal Circle from the Twin Isles.
Oh, she's just taking it back. You have quite a crowd with you. Quite diverse. She goes and does a polite bow to you.
I return the gesture.
She's gonna look at you and Arius.
Oh, yeah. She looks and gives a polite bow as well. She's like, I'm Nahiri. I'm one of Ebalsa's travel companions.
She does get a bow. Does a bow. A pleasure. And she stares.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Belrothian Dairon, and he does a polite bow.
Does not curtsy. Sure. She says in Elvish really quickly, welcome to honey. Welcome to my home.
And then he would reply, I appreciate it, thank you.
And she switches back to common. I welcome you to Honeyshore. Welcome you all as my guests. You may stay here.
Do we ever get to sample that honey?
Of course. It's
You
known
read
throughout the
baseballs.
land for being the sweetest honey.
I'll enjoy it.
We also make some of the finest meads with it.
What a great pairing.
And she kind of just shows you around. You see like the great courtyard she has. Kind of halfway through, where the boy comes back up to you and is nudging on you. Okay.
I look over.
I did all. He's whispering to me, saying, "I did all the chickens. I want another silver."
All the chickens. Did you chop them up and dress them?
He's like, He's like, I can't go in the. I only pluck them. I can't cook them. That's the cook's job.
Can't you prep them to be cooked? Gosh. I like your spirit. And he gives him another silver.
He's doing a little jig and he walks off. Puts it in his shoe. Alright, this guy shows you around the rest of the courtyard. Shows the mini room she has, and she kind of talk about some of the childish things that Ibalsa did when she was little. Oh, I remember the day.
Ibalsa is trying to hurry the tour along.
Fascinating. You don't say. Wow.
You just hear quiet. No.
It's almost like
She hears shit and grin.
And you're saying eating fireflies and ladybugs was a common occurrence at a young age? Wow.
She's at this point. She's got her face like covering, her hands covering her face.
You hear he's like lean on you.
She's gonna
and
pour
just,
a drink. She comes up to it. This is I believe a lemonade thing with some honey added for sweet. She brings up it's very much like a sweet lemonade tea, sweet lemon tea.
I guess I'm
To
gonna
refresh her.
try it.
yeah, you hear you try it.
And that you do see her doing some control water and she's making some ice.
Yeah.
She's putting them in each cup.
I take it. I take a sip. Think for a minute. Pour the rest into my flask.
It is nothing better on a hot day. Well, I will let you go and explore Honey Shore, if you wish. Or I can have one of the servants show you to a room of your choosing. So I beg your pardon, but I have been away from my daughter for some time. I wish to spend some time with her. And she's gonna go and pretty much take your hand, boss, and walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Belle, a moment if you would.
He kind of startles. What?
And have you walk with me over away from the people. I know all these sentiments and they're nice, but we do have a priority.
Well, as always.
I believe it might be hard to persuade Ibolsa from quickening our pace.
I do suppose just one night here would not be terrible.
I hope it is only one night. That is what I am getting at.
That is fair.
So, I thought I'd bring that up, just in case.
It's only fair.
I'll be in my wagon, sorting things out. He's just gonna go whistle a chipper tune off to his wagon.
Watches you leave with narrowed eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be working on my bombs.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, in the courtyard, you're working on your bombs.
In my
the
wagon.
In
The
the
thing is,
courtyard.
I've laid down my portable hole inside my wagon, and I'm working in that.
Oh, boy.
Zora's actually gonna try to get some more information about these pirates.
Where are you gonna go?
I guess he's gonna go down by the docks, I guess, and see.
By the docks?
Yeah.
You hear you would go with him.
Okay.
Or do you say that you're gonna go get information?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and here's gonna join you.
All right.
I choose to just wander the gardens.
You see much more flowers than you've ever seen before. And there's ones you've never even known of. As each one has a new fragrance and smell that helps lift your spirits and feels like it brings you closer to nature every time you smell a new flower.
And I guess I just spend the rest of the time out until dinner rolls around, I suppose.
Okay, you're just in the gardens, just
Yeah, because, like, I haven't...
and there's fresh fruit. You notice there's fruit with.
I don't pick it. I just examine it.
Oh,
It's not my own.
all right. Belle, are you gonna do anything or?
He would try and catch the attention of one of the servants and ask if there's a library or any books that they would allow him to read.
Well, some of the servants are kind of hesitant at first, and if you were looking for a guest for the lady, I can show you to It's one of the waiting rooms. There are some books there.
Much appreciated.
They kind of bring you there and kind of bring you a drink and put it beside you. So you can kind of refreshments, some cheese and some honeyed fruit. Some drinks. They just do a bow and they kind of leave.
General topics, just anything that has to do with magic or just the history of the area.
A lot of these books seem to be about music and the arts.
Okay. He's not adverse to that. He'd
Okay.
read up stuff.
Okay. So reading that. Also, what are you doing as your mom brought you?
Well, the first thing she's gonna go ask about is, hey, Mom, who was that man?
Which one?
You know which one.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Nathaniel de Argas?
Uh-huh.
He is one of the guild representatives sent from.
Is he
Sweden.
courting you?
She kind of just smiles and kind of blushes. I'm afraid your mother in her age has attracted a few suitors, or would-be suitors. She kind of just like does in her age, in her old age.
He also just rolls her eyes and shrugs.
Why? Are you threatened?
No?
She's just smiling. He has so far, he has thrown his charm and wit. He is quite charming and witty, but I'm afraid he'll have to do better than that.
Are you just pitting him and Olaf against each other? Is that what's going on?
Why would I ever do that, my love?
For entertainment?
I won't lie, the thought of it hasn't crowded across my mind, but we both know Olaf would make short work of that man.
Eve also just shakes her head.
She just keeps holding her head as you're kind of walking around. So, what about the sudden visit? Not that I'm complaining.
Well, we're traveling east, and I kind of wanted to stop here.
I'm glad you did. You should stay for in a few days. We are going to have a great celebration for a send-off with all the refugees.
I love that, but I don't know if I can convince everyone else to.
It'll just be a few nights. I might be able to make it smoother. Sooner, maybe. You must give me at least 2 days to finish preparations.
If I can convince the others, is there anything I could help with?
Well, you could tell them. I would say they could perhaps go to see Garth, or I know Niver, Lord Alestro.
Eve also just kind of... She doesn't recoil as she looks
I know.
unimpressed.
I know. They may have jobs to be done. There are many farmers who could require extra hands. I hear there's been some trouble in the countryside. Set my concerns. My concerns are here, but perhaps they would know more. And don't forget to meet with Lord Wilston. He is not doing so well.
I kind of noticed that.
Nevertheless, I'm sure he looks eager for a report about Freehaven.
Do you know if Teenish is going to be back anytime soon?
She kind of smiles, takes both your hands. I know Teenish will be here for the celebration.
Okay, because I really need to talk to her.
I'm sure she will look forward to it. I believe she has gone in defense of the villages and is
Yeah,
pushing
she's
back pirates.
fighting pirates. That's what I heard.
My love, I'm sorry. I am extremely heartened that you stopped by, but I will have plenty of time tonight. But I must get back meet with Nori and Garth over the work that needs to be done.
Okay.
We have many refugees who need happiness brought back. And they're wanting to go away. She goes and kind of kisses you again.
Eve also
Gives
gives
you
her a hug.
And she bows and then kind of walks away.
Eve waves and then runs off to find the others.
Okay. You went on. Oh, you went to the dock. So I'm gonna go with
Me and Nahir went to the docks.
Nahiri and Nahiri. You and Sora. You went to the docks. What are you looking for?
I'm just gonna. Do I see any Navy or any or sailors about?
You do see some sailors, some of the ships. You see more of what you affiliate as Honey Shore guards.
I guess I'll go over to one of the Honey Shore guards and I ask, so how goes the pirate situation?
Oh, yes, the pirates. I hear they're being beaten back by the Navy, and we have enough guards here. I don't think they'll make an attack.
Do they know the base operations where they're at?
Pirates?
Yes.
Pirates are free raging killers. On each one's their own ship is where they operate from.
I know I'm not trying to say anything bad about your job, but does pirates sometimes come in and about around here a lot?
They do, but we've been able to with Captain Norson. We were able to push them back.
Alrighty then.
Here you roll a perception check if you want.
Perception? Alright.
I think you got it with that. Just
Yeah.
you're getting quite a bit of eyes, and a lot of people are kind of marveling at you, and you kind of stand out as not a lot of tieflings here.
Oh.
You're getting a couple of winks and
Yeah.
whatnot as they're going by.
Cool weeks. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. She legit crosses her arms and it's just like.
Am I getting any looks because I'm the
It's
dragon?
more like they're kind of giving you wider berth. You're quite a
You
large
have to
fellow.
scoot closer.
All right, and I guess I notice like people are looking at Nahiri.
I mean, I'm gonna say you probably can see that it's normal as you're traveling, especially in a town like this. You're bulking, kind of maybe a little bit of unwanted attention.
I'd say. All right, remember those 2 words I taught you.
And a character, what?
All right, and I point to here,
You're back, okay?
and then I say,
Back off.
You want me to say that in Draconic?
"You don't seem to like the looks they're giving you."
I'm used to it. It's the fact of being. She points to herself, like motions. Me.
Does it bother you?
Yes and no. You get used to it. It's the advances that I'm not a huge fan of. Some people have a. She kind of like makes a face. Weird kinks when it comes to tieflings.
Bell's next book.
What, tiefling kinks?
That's from that one governor guy over there. He has it.
Oh no.
Anyway, I see.
She
Well-
pats his arm though.
Well, Sora says, well, it seems that the pirate situation is being dealt with, so I don't think it's a need threat right now.
It seems like everything's under control.
Yes.
I just figured the more information, the better, though.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, I guess we should go back to the others.
Okay.
And as we're walking back, if I see any of them looking at Nahiri, I'm gonna just like stealthily give him like an intimidation roll and just
Are you like this?
just like give him like a
They give the nice looks and I can hear you go by and
Oh, shit.
They give like nice looks and they go by
27 intimidation.
as they watch and hear you leave and they see you like they just drawn back away and give them a wide berth.
Do I notice this?
Sure.
I said it's stealth.
Nahiri's gonna just laugh like the entire way home whenever she sees. She's just gonna start busting up laughing. she loves it. She's just dying.
All right, you make your way there. Ibalsa, you find the first one you find is Saoirse, kind of just wandering the garden, just in a look of awe on her face, and kind of just spinning around, looking at all the flowers.
I guess not spinning
Okay.
around, but more
Okay.
like just really enraptured, just like, wow, these are so pretty.
I could see.
I'm gonna try and sneak up on her.
All right, roll spell. Beat 27.
Yeah, I know.
28, actually.
Yeah, proficiency went up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 27 right on the mark. Damn it.
But he has 28 now.
As Saoirse, as you see kind of a. Are you gonna try to fly sneak?
No,
Or just
I'm
walk?
on the ground.
All right, you see kind of a boss that kind of looks like boss kind of goes to a little too much trouble. It's like going through some of these flowers and it's like blending in like the sun in the
Maybe I'll
sunflowers,
just-
hoping the golden scales.
Maybe I'll just like secretly let her have this, just like and continue like focusing on this. Like, okay,
You're just focusing on. Are you focused like near it or just like have your back turned?
I guess my back is turned. I imagine that's where she'd try to sneak up from.
Yeah.
All right, it's like you saw it. And you're like, all right, I'll
No, well, it's not like
You probably heard.
I heard, but I'm just gonna.
You
Like-
recognize who it was, I guess.
Maybe not.
What if it's their
You gotta
back?
let them have the dream. Like,
I'm just gonna let them have this.
okay. All right. Are you doing a scare? Scare
I'm not
her.
trying to scare her. I'm just gonna pop up and say, "Hey, you like the flowers?"
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, as you're just sitting there, there's flowers to your back. You just feel like hand just grab your shoulders.
No,
So
that's what
you'd like
Keyzone
that?
would do.
What? You're just like popping up.
Yeah, I pop up by like her side, just
Okay.
like stand up suddenly.
Okay.
Oh,
Right in the mirror in front of you as you see.
I'm not in front.
What?
Yeah, back because I can see it.
I
Just side?
walk up beside her and stand up.
Like,
Okay. All right. So you just see figures of who's not there just suddenly appear, and you see the a balsa there.
These flowers are amazing. What do they use to grow?
Balsa looks up. Sunlight?
No, I mean like fertilizer.
Oh, you'd have to ask the gardeners about that.
I'll make a note of that next time. So what's up?
Was just looking for everyone, and you were the first one I found.
Okay. Are we gonna talk about something, or are we just like gonna go look for more? Go look for the rest. Cause I'll tag along.
Sure. I was hoping though I could convince everyone to stay here for 3 days, maybe. There's going to be a festival. To help cheer up the refugees.
That sounds like that sounds fun.
But also that's when Tinish gets back, and I really need to talk to her.
Works for me. I'm in no rush.
Let's go find the others then.
Sounds good. Let's go.
If you're searching and your familiarity with it, you do find Belrothian kind of the kind of platter of the goodies and the books. Have you finished any of the food you were given, or
He's just been like snacking on it every now and then.
okay? You find Belrothian at ease, just reading books on art and literature.
Hi, Belle. She sticks her head through the doorway.
He just kind of pulls the book down a little bit so you just see his eyes.
Oh, which book did you find?
Well, it seems all of these are.
You look at it. It looks to be
Arts.
Book of Northern Dancing.
They're all quite interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of books like that here. I was just looking for the others, and I found you and Saoirse, but I was hoping maybe I could convince everyone to stay maybe 3 days.
You see him
Total.
put the book down.
I know we need to be going, but there's going to be a festival in a couple days to help cheer up the refugees that have taken shelter here, and 2, that is when Tinish gets back, and I really need to talk to her face to face.
My first impression is that we shouldn't be here very long. not longer than 2 days and a night, but I'm sure that's a conversation we should all have together. But I'm leaning more towards no.
Even if maybe you all left without me and I caught up later. This isn't a conversation that I can put off.
Then I believe we will need more people. The rest of our group. And he tells Ibalsa where he thought he heard Sora saying he was going with Nahiri. And where Okri went if he... Well, he did say, so.
Okay.
I'm probably closest.
You know, head out and you see the if you're traveling together, you do see the wagon and you hear kind of noise coming from it.
You also hear dwarven cussing. And every once in a while a loud bang.
As you kind of approach it, is it like near the gate?
Yeah, it's outside the gate.
Oh, it's outside the gate?
Yes.
All right, as you're kind of approaching the wagon, you see like a cussing, you see an old lady go by. Kind of walks as her goes by.
Nothing?
You kiss your mom's beard with that mouth?
You killed Cole.
That's great. I wish I had my book. Let's
Alright,
fuck it.
you approach, you see. You just hear more of the swearing and kind of things are like a kind of metal on metal and scraping sounds.
Belrothian just comes up and knocks on it.
Just knocking on the wagon. Is it in the wagon? The hole in the wagon?
It's in the wagon, yes.
Okay. You just hear that knock on the wagon.
Who's that?
It's us.
And he crawls out of the hole and kind of rolls it up and puts it off to the side. And he slams the door open and you see his entire face covered in soot. And part of his beard is still singed and a little bit on fire with some embers.
Eubulus is like gesturing to his face. Your beard is...
Kind of swats at it.
Yeah.
What's up?
Belrothian kind of just keeps a level stare with Okri the whole time that Ebalsa is starting to talk.
And
He's just letting her talk, but he's just holding a level stare.
Okri's gonna roll insight. No, let's see.
Roll.
No.
What'd you get?
An 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping to get everyone together to ask them if maybe we could stay a couple days. 3 at the most. I know we're in...
Hold that thought. He closes the door, and he cusses a bunch in Dwarvish. And do you two understand Dwarvish?
No.
No. Okay.
How long are you cussing for?
For about a good minute.
After about 10 seconds, Belrothian will cast Comprehend Languages just to understand what you're saying.
Okay. Basically, it's I fucking knew it. God dang it. Doomathoin, please give me patience so I can craft things with peace and not with this chaotic glass. And he opens up the door and... Right. Minor setback.
Belrothian's still
Why?
keeping that low.
2 reasons. There's going to be a festival held in a couple of days to help bring morale back to the refugees that are staying here. And 2, I really, really need to talk with Teenish, and it's not a conversation that I can put off.
And only one reason. We're not refugees. We don't need the morale booster. We just had gifts. That boosted my morale.
Alright, well, there will be a lot of alcohol at these festivals, which might interest you.
Tempting. But we have priorities.
And I know this. I would not ask if I didn't think this was important.
Then I will be upfront with you.
So here, around this time, you two are showing back up. All right, keep going.
We're going to be traveling together in harm's way. The thick and thin, in the face of jeopardy, in the face of death. Whatever you have to say to this Teenish should be upfront with the group.
Do I hear that?
Yeah.
Why is it so important that we have to spend our time here.
Do I see these two approach?
You would all see them as approaches. The
Yeah,
large
okay.
frame
He
of
balls his
Sora.
eyes flick to Sora and then back to you. It's got to do with my heritage and, why Sora was assigned to watch me.
You mean why you have scales?
Yeah.
Kind of pictured it was a bit funny. Your mother an elf. You
Yeah.
have scales.
Yeah, I know. It's not anything I haven't heard before.
Since we just approached in the middle of the conversation, Harry's gonna kind of like pipe up. What's going on exactly?
I'll give you my answer after you guys are done talking. I'll be in the wagon. He closes it again and he's gonna go back to working.
I want to wait for us to leave until Tinish gets back so I can talk to her.
Teen's just coming back. She's coming here?
Yes? Honey Shore is her home.
She often comes here.
She's got a farm here.
Yeah, it's kind of off to the side, kind of the farming community. But she comes here often.
Is it important?
Yes. It's about my heritage.
And this can't wait.
Not really.
Well, is there...
Can I roll insight on Evolsa?
Okay.
What are you inciting?
Body language, like, essentially, like, does she seem like, what is her body language telling
Would
me
you
pretty
roll?
much? I think that's a 9.
Fine.
No.
Yeah, that's a 9.
It's a no from me, dog.
Yeah.
You feel whatever you think is appropriate. You can get with a 9 roll to be a read from off you.
You see she's fidgeting.
Fidgeting.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Belrofian, when do you want to leave?
Well, if we were just headed on our way to our location, as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
We still have one more stop to make, too. I would like to say stay, just because we don't know what can happen while we're gone. As we're on the road. But, it just kind of like trails off. Just like trying to think.
Remember, you do remember Mother saying, visiting the other lords in town. For possible work and for...
If I may, there are other lords and nobles in town that may have work for us in the meantime.
I slam the door open. What's this about gold?
Nobody said gold, Okri.
There's work for us in town if we want it. Most likely, we just need to ask.
Are these rich lords?
Well, they're nobles, yes. I would assume so.
I've met poor nobles.
You can roll a history, or you can roll a gut check if you want.
Sure.
Ooh, that's pretty
18
good.
It was wisdom?
Yeah.
19.
You remember one of the lords, Lord Lestro, is the coin master. He's in charge of all the money
Okay,
of this town.
Okri, do you remember that thin man with the thin hair?
Ah, the lame excuse of facial hair.
He's the coin master. He is extremely familiar with gold.
I'm a bit jealous.
He would likely have some work for you.
I have a condition. If we get to make a stop here, then along our travels to the south, we get to make a stop at the brewing factory.
Brew Palace.
It's the brew palace.
I can't see why not.
I'd be down with that.
Well, that's my answer. Take it or leave it.
DM question. How far is the temple from here?
For
Harry's brother?
it's a good ways off.
Good ways off. Okay.
It's more of actually in the east.
One
You know, you have to kind of get out of the southern lands before you get there.
One other thing, though. I would like that as soon as you have your conversation, we would be ready to leave.
Yeah, I don't really think I want to stick around after that.
Well, whatever you decide, but that's what I'm demanding.
Okay. Thank you.
That way, at least we do not waste as much time as possible. We want to waste little time. Will that see fit?
Yes, as long as everybody here agrees.
Here he still seems a little unsure.
I look over at Nahiri and say, "Yeah, Palace." I give a wink.
I pretty much. I'll slide a hand because I have like 2 necklaces right now, so it's like I'm acting like I'm praying on my god, my Bahamut.
Alright, roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Do you even have sleight of hand?
I mean, I can still roll for sleight of hand.
Yeah.
right?
Anyone
You just
can.
don't- You just have permission with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What'd you roll?
6.
Just like there. Oh, you just clearly grab the sending stone and you're just stretching. I gotta pray. Clearly grab the sending stone, never just like looking at you.
Bahamut for this day.
Yeah.
Alright, who are you sending to what?
Nahiri.
Okay.
It's. She definitely needs this. She hasn't been this happy since forever.
Here he's like pondering. And to the group, she's gonna be, give me a few minutes to think, please. And she's gonna turn and walk down the street. So, DM, in order to make my decision, because, so you're saying it's more to the east, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how many days air travel is that?
Air travel?
Or travel? Are we walking at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, we're walking.
We're not walking. I mean, yeah, sure, you can walk. Stay out of my wagon. I don't need you.
You can fly, it's fine.
You're a bad excuse of a theater. No.
Hey!
Depending on how you travel, you do know it took you some time to get to Freehaven.
Mm-hmm.
Because you actually have some funds, it might be quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, you had to kind of walk all the way to Freehaven. It's kind of a long, arduous journey, but because you have money, you might be able to get more by a mount, like a horse or something, to get there quicker. You do have the wagon, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so right now her main concern is she needs to get to her brother. And staying too long here, is that going to affect, like how much is that going to affect getting to him?
You know you'll get to him when you get to him. You do know a couple extra days. You know that you saved a couple of days riding by boat to here.
Mm-hmm.
So you do know if you were originally traveled, you would have been even further back.
Okay.
You traveled by foot. So the boat ride did save you quite a few days.
Okay. Alright.
As I'm still nonchalant praying into the sending stone.
I'm just gonna look smugly at you.
I know.
Also looks a little worried for your mental health.
And I say, isn't that the wrong holy symbol?
Oh, Bahamut, me, forgive my sins. And and then I put my other hand on the.
I ever so carefully edge my way back to the garden.
But I say.
Out of the group. Just
But I say to Nahiri.
Wait, are you trying to sneak? Are you guys gonna let Saoirse just
Yeah,
walk
I'm
away?
going
Group?
to-
Yeah.
This is very
Leave.
awkward.
It is. Go ahead, leave, please.
Save yourself.
All right,
So I can
kind
get
of
embarrassed.
I know. I still say to Nahiri. We have, if travel is, we can go in a quick pace. If you're worried about meeting your family.
You don't get a response.
Right here. What are you doing?
She's just gonna go on a walk.
Just going to walk.
Yeah. She'll probably be gone for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Are you leaving like my dad for some tobacco? No.
All right. I'm gonna say in 20 minutes, just to say you come back.
Yeah, she'll come back and... Okay, where is everyone?
Well, since the wagon's right outside the gates, Ebul's is sitting on top of the fence, like the stone wall there. Just,
Kind of 20 feet up.
yeah. Just waiting.
20 feet up, just kind of, you're just kicking your feet. Just on top of the wall. Okay.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Just staring over the hillside.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I guess Nahiri comes back up. And I guess is everyone there?
No, I'm missing.
You're missing. Okay. Yeah, Nahiri will turn to Balsa. I think
You looking up at her, boss? You're gonna fly up there and talk to her.
She'll probably fly up and sit next to her. I think I can spare a few days.
Thank you.
I would like for you to, be able to take care of your business. So hopefully this will help ease your worries.
She nods. Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be before I get to come home again, so...
Harry nods in understanding. It's a beautiful home.
Thank you. I miss it sometimes. I don't miss the embarrassing stories my mom likes to tell about me, though.
He's
She's
cackling.
Shoots a glare back towards the household.
He's cackling. It's great. Harry pats her shoulder and is like, I'm not sure what moms are like, but she seems pretty great.
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky.
Say, if you guys listen, they're only 20 feet up. You can kind of hear what they're talking about.
I just pretty much make sure, I just talk to Oakry just to be like, so it's like they can have their moments, like...
Oh, I totally butt into this conversation while I'm sharpening your axes, or if you're throwing axes, I bought some more as well, and my javelins, and I say, yeah, you don't know when you're gonna know about your heritage, because you don't even know if you'll be back here. We might die.
Yeah, thanks, Okri. That was the sentiment.
Yep, you're welcome. Don't think too hard about it. We got this under control.
Here's gonna go in her bag and like grab a small thing of cheese she has and just chuck it at his head.
I roll. No, I'm gonna roll acrobatics to see if I can catch it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Roll your acrobatics.
What do you have to roll anything?
Roll to hit if his acrobatics are higher than your to hit.
What do I
Use inspiration, actually.
Hell yeah.
That's
I'm
better.
lucky if I miss.
You're gonna... I mean, we got a
What
few
do I
days.
add to that?
You're probably, what, Dex?
It's
Makeshift weapon, so you just roll your
How far
dex. You don't roll proficiency.
yeah.
Dex.
Just your
Yeah.
dex.
Just Dex.
So first one's an 18.
Oh.
Roll again. She said lucky, right? Wait, lucky.
That was luck. Yeah,
Okay,
lucky.
So
yeah.
18. What'd you roll?
17.
Oh, right as you're getting ready to catch it, it kind of just goes and hits right above the lip. Just kinda bounces off.
Just so disappointing.
Dang.
I just kind of look at the cheese, look up, kind of ran a little bit, and snatch it off the ground, put it in my mouth.
I saw that.
Your boss has definitely seen the entire thing.
You actually see Sword actually disgusted.
A dragonborn, disgusted.
And with that, I'm gonna throw a thing of cheese at Sora too.
I try to catch it.
Oh my god.
Oh shoot!
What time of day is it? Is it like evening now?
I think
It's
I
a
actually
little
have
bit.
acrobatics.
You can't.
What, to get a crit or something?
No.
What'd you roll for your...
Oh, you got this.
Don't mess
You have
up.
to roll very hard.
I can still mess up.
Yeah, don't mess up.
See what you get.
Don't get a crit one.
Crit 1.
Alright, as you go, as you reach into those cheese, as you throw it, you see, actually, with the heat of the sun, it's actually turned into kind of molding. And you
Did
go,
it get stuck in his nostril?
and actually lands right in your mouth.
What?
I'll pretend I didn't see that, the mold, but I was like, this is some good cheese.
You kind of get really dizzy all of a sudden.
Roll con.
That's fresh cheese though.
I'm gonna give him some of my ale from the keg that I got from the castle from the Manurans. And I give it to you.
Aye.
Volsa turns to Nahir and says, I think Saoirse had the right idea. She's gonna fight
Nahir's
down
laughing.
the opposite side of the stone wall towards the estate.
I go around the wagon. Yeah, and
Left everything up.
Oh, Nahir's gone. As soon as
As
she
you're
sees that,
leaving
she's
him.
gone.
Bro, then you saw from up here and some sword just go behind and you hear great, like, and even it sounds like kind of some of the draconic he was trying to teach you.
yeah.
The only thing is stays calming,
All right,
noticeably.
with that, we're gonna end this episode right here. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Sore Feet Adventures. All right. That was a good one. That was a pretty good one. I like
Yeah.
you guys' character